Syrups are an easy way of taking even those medicines that do not have a pleasant taste. And if you make them yourself, you can tweak the flavor in a way that is agreeable to your palate or to your young one. In this video, we are going to be discussing how to make a basic herbal syrup. Apart from being easy to take, one of the other reasons why I like syrups is that they are readily available. Even if you do not have one at the time when you need it, you just take your herbs and in an hour or two, you can make your syrup which can last for up to a year. And if you refrigerate it, it can even go longer. Well, mine hardly last that long because we consume them very fast. Today, I'm going to be using bitter leaf, and as the name suggests, it is really bitter. So when I put it in a syrup, I reduce the bitterness a bit. And of course, I use it because of its many benefits. In my home, we normally use it mainly to boost immunity, for stomach upsets. We use it for colds, we use it for flu, we use it for malaria prevention. And anytime someone feels a bit down, we give them a tablespoon or two of this particular syrup. So we are using 1 cup of bitter leaf, but if you're making a syrup of another herb, you can replace bitter leaf with a herb that you're using. It could be rosemary, it could be oregano, it could be anything else. And we are going to be using 2 cups of sugar. You can use any kind of sugar that is available to you. Organic sugar would be the best, but sometimes it can be very expensive, so feel free to use the sugar that is available to you or the sweetener that you have. It can be white sugar, it can be the cane sugar that is just dehydrated, or it can be molasses if you do not mind the taste. It can be honey. So it can be anything that you can use to sweeten up the syrup, and it is this sugar that is going to be our preservative for the syrup. I also need to mention that if your herb is not so strong in taste, you may reduce the sugar to 1 cup or 1.5 cups. Then you will need 2 cups of water. But again, this depends on the consistency that you need. If you need it thicker, you may have to reduce on the water. But 2 cups of water is good for me. So we are going to bring the water to a boil. And when the water boils, you add in your cup of bitter leaf. Stir it in properly. And then we are going to put it off the heat. Remember, these are leaves. We do not want to overboil them to kill the nutrients. So we are just going to make an infusion. So when we put in the bitter leaf, we put off the heat, we stir it in properly, and we allow it to sit for about an hour. After an hour, our infusion is made, and we are going to sieve it out and put it in another pan and put it back on low heat. The purpose of this low heat is simply to help us to raise the temperature a bit and melt in the sugar. So we are going to put it on low heat. Then we are going to add the sugar to our infusion and keep stirring gently until all the sugar has dissolved into the infusion. When the sugar has dissolved into the infusion, we put it off the heat. We allow it to cool, and our syrup is ready for consumption. Make sure you store it either in a dark colored bottle which will keep out light, or in a dark place. Thank you for joining me on this journey. And if you're new to our channel, please subscribe, like, comment, and enable us to make more content like this. Until the next video, stay healthy and God bless you.